Hello folks, in this video we're going to be doing something a bit different. Here at Bookable we increase your digital presence online. Primarily we focus on building web applications, and as you know, we're creating our own CRM system to help you run your business better and get back some of your time in your day. But because we're into building web apps and digital marketing, we get approached about building websites quite a bit. Now, over time, I hope to build a library of these videos so you can see how we do things, and maybe it'll give you some ideas if you're looking to improve your own website. So one of the big trends in web development is the improvement from static websites to websites that behave more like web applications. The general public doesn't really think of it this way, but anytime you have membership portals, e-commerce, customer bookings, any kind of functionality that helps your business make a sale or increase its customer base, it's going to require some kind of authentication or database in the background. So sometimes this can be taken care of with plugins. For instance, if you use WordPress or Drupal or Wix, but that means you kind of have to play their game. And if you're particular about design or functionality, then it needs to be coded from scratch. But a lot more folks who own businesses are pushing towards this type of functionality simply because it's a lot more common on the web these days, and it's kind of what customers expect, and therefore a lot more business owners want it too. So one of the recent web projects that we had was called the Hindsight Directory. So hindsightdirectory.co.uk. She runs an advertising directory here in the UK in 1066. It's delivered to quite a few people, and she wanted a website that reflected the size of business that she actually is. So one of the first things that struck me, so here's the old site. This is cached. So I thought I caught an image beforehand, but this is a good representation of what it used to look like. So one of the first things that struck me was that even though it's an advertising directory, there wasn't much in the way of like sales pages for those advertising in the directory. So I immediately thought of like Angie's List back in the States or Check a Trader here in the UK. One of the benefits of working with an advertising directory is that they really should be funneling traffic to your site, as well as you getting organic searches from Google or whatever your social media campaigns do. The second thing that struck me is there are actually two audiences that come to this page or to this website, and those are people who want to advertise their business, and also those people looking to solve a problem. So they need a plumber, they need a carpenter, etc., etc. And this definitely didn't answer that question. So as you can see, it's just like a giant page of text that talks to you about what kind of problems they solve rather than solving the problems. So it's the old school, show me, don't tell me kind of thing. Yeah, it basically talks about what the product is rather than, solving the reason that the audience is there in the first place. So if you read Bookable's, any of our articles or watch our videos, we talk about pitch and content a lot. And these two issues come front and center when it comes to websites. And that's basically because traffic moves so fast. I think you have something like under 5 seconds to make an impression kind of thing. So you want to be able to address your audience's central question above the fold and very, very clearly. Now, additionally, we wanted to clean up the design, bring some of the imagery up to date. So like this right here on the right side of the page, this is one of those old school pictures. These little people always reminded me of like the Pillsbury Doughboy or some kind of voodoo doll. Either way, I don't think they really drew the audience into a story. So we turned the old site from this into this. As you can see, the design is much cleaner and we get straight to the point. Above the fold, you are either looking for something in the directory, so aerials, builders, electricians, you get the idea, or you are looking to advertise in the directory itself. So this gives you a little bit of a blurb about what it is if you want to advertise. this took quite a bit of work, actually, mainly because she has a lot of advertisers, a lot of customers herself. Very, 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 very accomplished person. Um, uh, but the majority of the work came from creating a bit of JavaScript. So this list is run through a bit of JavaScript, and then it's just creating all these pages. So, for instance, if you go to Fireplace and Chimney, if you're looking for a fireplace and chimney person, I mean, there's two different types of services here. One's the person that actually builds the fireplace for you, and this is Stova. I met these people a couple times. Sova chimneys, they actually clean your chimney for you. So every page pretty much looks the same. So now the sales pages, they have, you can just contact the people right there from the directory. You can email them. You learn more about what they do, the types of services. You can find them on Google Maps. We create a Google Map widget. And then, of course, you still have your call to action. You should always have a call to action on your pages. We put the call to action more at the bottom here because on the sales pages, the call to action is more for the advertiser now rather than the directory. So now you can go over here to the website for the Stova people and check them out if my internet speed is working correctly. So you can check out their stuff. They have a pretty good website, and then you go from there. Okay, folks, so I hope this helped a little bit. If you got a question about development or you want to turn an old static site into something with a lot more functionality, just drop a comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions if you're struggling building something yourself, or you can just check out more of our articles or videos here on bookable.online. Talk to you soon.